Hey everyone, welcome back to 20 Names. This time I have 20 MBTI inspired names tailored to the S-types. S-types value tradition, practicality, and normality, so naturally they prefer more traditional names. Therefore, the names I will list today will be more normal, but still rare or less common. Starting off with ISTJs. ISTJs desire structure and normality with a little bit of fun. The best rare girl's name for them would be one similar to Jocelyn. It's elegant, feminine, but not frilly. The meaning varies. It could mean flowing water or cheerful. For a male, they might consider the name Colton, a handsome name that also isn't very common. The meaning of Colton is charcoal or coal town. ESTJs are one of the more traditional types who would put lots of thought behind naming their children, and would most likely choose to name them after a family member or someone significantly historic. That said, their firstborn son would most likely be a junior, after their father, and their female choice would sound strong and superior like Cassandra. This name is especially applicable because it means she who shines and excels over man in Greek. When I think ISTP, I think rugged, not looking for any attention, but still strong in a more subtle way. A unique name for them could be the boy name Roden, meaning Red Valley in German, and the girl name Greer, a really cool sounding, less feminine name that is of Scottish origin, meaning watchful or vigilant. ESTPs are exciting, daring, and uniquely their own. If they were to choose a unique name, it might be a name like Riker, meaning rich in German. This name has a very edgy sound, but is still among the growingly popular names people are using today. Possibly a sibling name, Riker's female counterpart would be Ripley, a name well known for the female lead in Aliens, a long-standing symbol for strength. Now for the ISFJs. This type is very romantic. They're the dreamers of the S-types, so they might look for a more rare name, perhaps something longer and old-fashioned. So for the feminine name I have London, meaning Fortress of the Moon. For a boy I have the name Henry. It is a very romantic masculine name meaning ruler or power. ESFJs are alphas, boss people. They might desire strong but trendy names for their children. Trendy but still sound like actual names. For a masculine name I have Enzo. This Italian name means winner or rules the home. For the feminine name I have Liliana. This name is a much more romantic version of the name Lily, making Lily the perfect nickname. ISFPs, the ones they say are artistic, but I personally think the reason for that title is because they have a unique view on life that's unmatched by any other type. Travel and fictional literature might mean a lot to them. The names they choose might be the most unique of the bunch, so it should be something more rare and creative, but would still sound like a name. Something like Lolana, meaning to soar, and is of Hawaiian origin. And the recently uprising but unique sounding boy's name Calix with an X, which means chalice in Latin. ESFPs are mostly known for being vivacious, but they can actually be more toned down than you think. They value tradition, like most types on this list. They value their children's name and make sure that it sounds presentable and elegant throughout their whole lives. That's why I chose the names Emily for a girl and James for a boy. Emily is a girly name meaning to strive, and James is just a cool and handsome name. It kind of reminds me of James Dean. So those are the names for the remaining 8 types on this list. But again, that only makes up 16. The last 4 names I have for you are rare names inspired by tradition, a commonplace for observance. The first is the boy name Solomon. Solomon is a boy's name of Hebrew origin meaning peace. You don't hear this name often anymore, as well as Madeline, which means high tower. Another not very much used name is Christiana, a variant of Christian, and Christoph, a variant of Christopher. These last 2 or other variation names can be used to honor a family member. Well, that is it for this session of 20 names. Next week I will be listing 20 names inspired by the moon. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you well on all of your naming journeys.